Listen up, it's the secret sauce.
And secret sauce is this. Hey, what's something that you feel like is working pretty well for your pickup and delivery business that other people doing pickup and delivery maybe could implement into their businesses to help them improve?
Sure. So what I would actually say like two things, right? And they both kind of feed on each other. One, we kind of start talking about the digital marketing piece, like really kind of diving in there and, figuring out, those ads and kind of how all these things kind of are interrelated, whether it's your website, the ads that you're running, maybe even like some social media stuff type of deal, but the digital marketing and really understanding that and implementing it properly. And then the second thing I would say is like to really understand the customer, right? So understand who the customer is and what they expect, right? A cool thing about, us, right? Like a lot of our customers are, young, professional, for our laundry service, right? Our young professional families, young families that are professional, right? Mm-hmm. And their plight, like our plight at home, endless laundry, like, trying to do a load of laundry a day or 4 hours on a weekend, right? Is our plight, and then too, like with, a lot during the pandemic, we started like ordering our groceries and those sorts of things. So just like really understanding who the customer is and what their expectations are, a major thing that I push with my drivers is, hey, if you're going to be like, first of all, we're not late. We, what I mean? Like we, these people are setting their hour windows that they want their laundry picked up and delivered. We need to hit those or be early, to be early, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And if we're not, by some crazy, circumstance, if we're not going to make it, call them and let them know. Most people are not sitting by the door waiting for us to come. It's not that kind of thing. But if you can kind of head them off and say, hey, we're going to be late, it goes a long way. So anyway, so understanding the customer also helps your digital marketing. Right. So, they kind of like feed off of each other.
Yeah.
I can kind of really help you like dial in what you're doing on the digital marketing front. But yeah, I would say like those two things, like understand your customer and get that digital marketing piece dialed in.
How are you understanding your customer? Like, what kinds of things are you doing to do that? Are you doing surveys or like what's?
That's a good point. So at the core, like my wife and I are a big part of our customer. So a lot of times I'll just ask her like, what do you think about like if you were placing a grocery order or a laundry order, what do you expect with whatever it is? I can't think of an example right now, but, or I might ask, I just kind of like ask friends who are like in similar situations, I kind of understand the plight of the single guy in the area, so like kind of understanding how I want to go through things, but, kind of like modeling after other similar services, I mentioned the grocery delivery and all sorts of things, but like really understanding who they are and what they, my wife's a big, like, she doesn't dry everything, and she like wash everything, of course, but she like will like hang certain things. So like thinking through and putting processes in place to for that customer who wants to like hang dry half of their stuff, Yeah, so just kind of,
Well, and I love the tip to model. I mean, I feel like modeling other services is kind of like a shortcut to to finding some success because other people have invested a lot of time, money, effort, energy, thought into putting their systems together. I mean, obviously you want to choose wisely who you're going to model after, but that can be a real good shortcut. So I love that secret sauce. Genius stuff. And I like how those two kind of play together, as you're, figuring out who your target demographic is and really understanding them, you'll understand how to reach them better and how to target them better and what language to use in your ads and all that stuff. I love that.